Hello everybody, this is Truman Talks Treasure. I'm Truman. The treasure we'll be talking about today is the 2 weeks I spent with my PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 is a fantastic system. I remember it fondly in my youth, and I did have a blast playing games these last 2 weeks. There are great games up and down the entire library. Here's the library I currently have, as well as how they sit on the shelf, accompanied by music by EV4000. Yeah, that rocked. Of those games on my shelf, these are the ones that I got to put a little thumb time into. My long box version of Gex, Medieval, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is a game I played through to completion on the original PlayStation 1, but not on my PlayStation 3, which is where I play my PlayStation 1 games a majority of the time now. Crash Bandicoot, Apocalypse. I got through a couple more levels on a game I've got saved that I've been hacking away at. It is the rarest game I own for any system, Klonoa Door to Phantomil. I picked up this guy at a garage sale a couple years ago, late in the day when garage sales are shutting down. I saw one, just pulled in real quick, and at first it didn't look promising at all because it was an older lady with a bunch of plates and bells and like coffee mugs for sale. But she did have one cardboard box that the neighborhood kid left filled with PlayStation 2 games and one PlayStation 1 game marked for $4. I offered $3, and she said she couldn't do a deal on it because it wasn't hers. So I went ahead and paid the $4 for this Door to Phantomil. As soon as the PlayStation 1 system was drawn to be played for the next 2 weeks, I ordered online a great light gun game that I heard about. It is a ton of fun, Point Blank. So I did take out my original PlayStation 1 and hook it up to my old TV. Today, the day I'm filming this, I actually picked up another light gun for that game, the Namco light gun. I forget what they call this one. Oh. Anyways, GunCon, I think it is. I picked this up for $3.99 at a thrift store. I don't know if that's going to pick up on the green. Oh, sure it did. Boom. How crazy is that? It just happened to show up. I asked to see if they had any games, but they did not. I don't know why you would turn that in, but not your games, because you have to have the PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, you have to have it. I don't get it. Anyways, enough about that. There were also some games that I do put a bunch of thumb time into. I did pass completely Blazing Dragons. This is a funny, clever little game. I recommend playing it if you have not and you're just looking for something that's low pace. As well as completing Blazing Dragons in the last 2 weeks, there was a game that I started playing that is a ton of fun. I actually got some co-op time with it, with Dustin as well. Buster Brothers Collection. I remember playing Buster Brothers at the arcade back in the day. It's a game where you have to be very patient and very quick. But patient, but fast or you'll die. But be patient or you'll die. Oh, and it's going to screw you so many times. Ton of fun. But the game I probably play the most of the PlayStation 1 games, not only this week, but for all time. Maybe the most thumb time I put into any game has been co-op play with Dustin, my buddy, Diablo 1 for the PlayStation 1. This is a game I picked up for $1 probably 5 years ago. It was in with the CDs at a thrift store. Bang, jumped on it. I'd forgotten how much fun the game was and just fell in love with it. Dustin and I, we've gotten to hell mode, and now we're trying to max out our characters fully. We probably have to play through that game 40 more times, 30 more times maybe, to get our characters totally maxed out with everything that we can possibly get it maxed out to. Anyways, it's time to pick the new system to see what I'll be playing. I have to change the screen here. So you guys, there it is. Okay. So when I started doing this, I had 18 systems that I had the ability to do game capture footage of. Well, we're through half of them. I now have 9 up on the board over here. Let's find out which of those I'll be playing now. Okay, I can't see it. So you guys are going to get to find out just a little bit before I find out. If you were here in the studio, which none of you are. So I guess I'll find out first, but I didn't know until I looked right now. Game Boy Color. All right. I think I can hook up my Retron 5 and play through that. If not, I've got the Super Game Boy that I can play into the Super Nintendo and play that way. I suppose I need to change this picture as well now. All right. There it is. Right there. The Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. I have a bunch of those actually, and a couple of new ones I've never played. Time to get after it. Until next time, guys, keep hitting the books.